computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
Hello listeners, and welcome to another episode of Life Through a Prism with your host Rob Tierney, episode 43. In this episode we're going to take a look at the strain of carers. A link to this article will be included in the show notes. This comes from change.org, written by George Helen, a full-time carer and national advocate. This is not a political channel, but when topics and politics cross, I want to share the information and leave it up to you. This article was dated 1st of October 2024. Carers are at breaking point, the statistical facts. George Helen is a full-time carer and national advocate, and he lives in Toowoomba, Australia. This is dated 1st of October 2024. Everybody is affected by cost of living increases, but none more so than carers. Their plight continually ignored. For far too long, successive federal governments have treated and abused primary carers as a source of cheap labour to be exploited like sweatshop workers. The 2021 census chronicles a number of persons who provided unpaid assistance to someone with a disability, health condition or due to old age at 2,476,306 nationally. According to the Commonwealth Department of Social Services, or DSS, of the estimated 2.65 million carers as at June 2024, only 314,320, that's 11.86%, were receiving a carer payment, and 657,275, that's 24.8%, the carer allowance. Begs the question, what assistance, if any, are the remaining 1,678,405 carers receiving? The realities of caring for an aged, infirm, disabled or incapacitated person 24/7, 365 days a year are far from the idyllic picture painted by the government. Those that are in a position to help carers are just ignoring us, and those that could have, would have, should have, but didn't and don't want to help are just standing by and doing nothing. National Carers Week 2024 is just around the corner, and rest assured, all of those peak support groups that are supposed to represent and advocate for carers will reduce National Carers Week to a self-adulating fluff test. When carers are promised change, no one says how. Whilst carers saddle the burden of underpinning the aged care, NDIS disability, health and social service sectors, paid support workers continue to receive just fair and proper respect, recognition, financial remuneration, statutory, legal and other entitlements and benefits, including superannuation, parental leave, etc. The caring community is disadvantaged and vulnerable, with many living way below the poverty line. Suicides among carers are increasing far beyond the national average. The time to do something is now. We don't need talk fests and strategies that money would be better spent remunerating carers and improving their lives. We need tangible outcomes now. Following are some statistics and facts that I have carefully sourced and compiled for the benefit of carers, those who support them, oblivious politicians, lazy bureaucrats, cut and paste media agencies, and of course the toothless and inept peak support groups that are supposed to represent and advocate for carers. Point 1. General. Carers underpin the aged care, NDIS, disability, health and social service sectors, saving the Australian government and taxpayers conservatively between $77.9 to a staggering $126.2 billion a year, with each carer worth a salary of at least $29,396.23 a year. Carers Australia relates there are 2.65 million carers nationally, 235,300 are aged under 25, there are 533,400 in Queensland alone, and 37.4% of carers themselves have a disability. Now, according to, and most alarmingly, the Carers Foundation Australia, states 30% of carers die before the person they care for due to the extreme stress, fatigue and isolation they experience daily. Many carers ignore their own well-being, are stressed, exhausted, broken and often suicidal. Carers versus paid support workers. Primary carers or caregivers, often with years of lived experience, are persons who regularly look after the needs of an aged, infirm, disabled or incapacitated person on a permanent or temporary basis, usually in return for a government benefit. Paid support workers are legally recognised, usually engaged by a care support organisation, are formally trained, qualified and appropriately remunerated to look after clients on an employed basis with various statutory entitlements, benefits and rights. But until carers are recognised as somebody's rather than anybody's, the same respect, recognition, financial remuneration, statutory, legal and other benefits and security afforded to paid support workers will continue to elude us. Point 3. Census Statistics 2021. The 2021 census records the number of persons who provided unpaid assistance to someone with a disability, health condition or due to old age at 2,476,306 nationally. ACT 44,449. New South Wales 759,383. The Northern Territory 17,367. Queensland 481,016. South Australia 193,639. Tasmania 59,864. Victoria 689,210. Western Australia 231,378. Centrelink carer benefits receipts as recipients as of June 2024 and as a percent of those enumerated in the 2021 census. 314,320 or 11.86% were on a carer payment. 657,275, that's 24.8% are on a carer allowance. Just go back to that first one. 314,320, that's 11.86% are on carer payment. 1,678,405, that's 63.34% nothing. The carer allowance isn't even enough to keep a car on the road, as at March 2024. Registration, $612.80. Insurance, $1,024.32. Servicing, $374. Maintenance, $300. Fuel, $3,016. Cost, $204.89 per fortnight, $5,327.12 per year. Cost per year of $5,327.12 less carer allowance at $3,991 is a loss of $1,336.12 per year. The income and benefit statistics. The national minimum wage as at July 2024, $24.10 per hour, $1,831.60 per fortnight, $47,621.60 per year. The job seeker payment, $2.34 per hour, $786.80 per fortnight, $20,456.80 per year, 42.96% of the national minimum wage, 412% more than the carer allowance. The carer payment, $3.41 per hour, $1,144.40 per fortnight, $29,754.40 per year, 62.4% of the national minimum wage, 45.5% more than the job seeker payment. The carer allowance, 46 cents per hour, $153.50 per fortnight, $3,991 per year. The carer allowance started in 1999 at the rate of $75.60 per fortnight or $1,960.40 per year. which was equal to 25% of the combined age pension partnered rate of $7,841.60 per year. 25% of the current combined age pension partnered rate of $44,855.20 per year, or $1,725.20 per fortnight, amounts to $431.30 per fortnight, or $11,213.80 per year, which is just over 2.8 times the current level of payment of the carer allowance. Albeit carer allowance has risen by 103.04%, or $77.90 over 25 years, this is of no tangible value when the average increase of $3.12 or $4.13 per year is not kept pace with the real levels of inflation and cost living. 13.41% of carer payment, 19.5% of the job seeker payment, 8.38% of the national minimum wage. The carer supplement of $600, note, not paid to all carers, adds just extra 7 cents per hour. Income and benefits compared. The carer allowance is an insult to the intelligence and dignity of carers. The financial assistance carers receive if they qualify as a national disgrace. A paid support worker works 38 hours per week and receives $1,831.60 per fortnight. The job seeker does not work at all and receives $786.80 per fortnight. The carer payment works up to 160 hours per week and receives $1,144 per fortnight. The carer allowance recipient works 24/7, 364 days a year and receives $153.50 per fortnight. The annual inflation rate. The Reserve Bank of Australia states the CPI is often used to measure changes in the cost of living, but it is not an ideal indicator of this. While the CPI measures price changes, cost of living inflation is the change in spending by households required to maintain a given standard of living. So in 2020, the annual inflation rate was 0.008, 2021, 2.9, 2022, 6.6%, 2023, 5.6%, and 2024 average to June quarter at 3.7%. So what do you think, listeners? You can't ignore the numbers, can you? What do you think about this? Does it surprise you? Are you an unpaid carer? Would love to hear from you. Till next time, take care and bye for now.